Welcome back. We are doing another glam today. You know the drill, you know how we do it here. Very clean, very minimal, very beginner friendly, but also very glam. So the goal for today, I want to get myself looking like this. I want this beautiful, soft, full glam Barbie doll cutie vibe, and that's the vibe that we're going for. So first things first, fresh face, but we're clean. I've moisturized. I'm going to rehydrate again. I'm using the Cetaphil daily facial moisturizer. You know what, I will leave all the links, all the details on the screen, so that way we can kind of flow. What has been going on? It feels like it's been ages since I last turned on the camera and filmed a video, right? But the girl has been on a mini break, right? But not really on a mini break. I've been on a break on camera, but not off camera. It is what it is. Next up, I got this NYX brow glue. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna show you, right? It's very small, it's very compact. Let me just get my brows looking the way I want them to look. I like my brows to look defined but still very full and feathered out. I do like how this is applying, and something that I will say is I love the consistency of it. I can feel it getting a bit tacky, but not in a way that I cannot still move my brows. Does that make sense? I'm gonna let that dry down. I'm thinking I will start off with my brows for today. Let me fill up my brows. I'm just going to I like to use a fine pencil to define it, and then I'm just going to fill in the sparse areas, focusing on the arc right here, because this is where I have less brows. I want this to match the beginning part. So I just adjusted my settings a little bit because I felt like I was too overexposed, which I was. What has your life been like lately? I'm trying to make some lifestyle changes in what I do and in what I eat. So that's fun. I'm trying to also lose a couple of kgs. Okay, the brows are looking good. I'm gonna grab a concealer. This concealer is a ride or die. If you're someone who's starting off with like makeup and you're on a budget, or you just want to try something, LA Pro definitely is a plug. This one is in the shade Fawn. So I'm using this to clean up the brows. I never do this, guys. I never do this. I haven't done this in like maybe 2 years. But today, I'm gonna try it out and then see if I actually like it or wanna start doing this again, right? When you're doing anything that requires precision with makeup, it's best not to talk, it's best not to move. Sometimes it's even best not to breathe. You don't want to go crazy with the shades. You just want to stick to your foundation shade, or maximum 1 shade lighter. Anything more than that, I don't know what you're trying to achieve. Okay, this is what the brows are looking like, right? Looks a little bit crazy, but that's fine. I have excess product. I'm gonna use that underneath my eyes. This is my foundation shade. Oh, I didn't use primer. Oh my god. And I'm gonna use a mattifying primer product just right here. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab a hydrating primer, 1 pump, and just use that on the rest of my face. Now that we're done with that, while that is kind of settling in, I'm gonna just use this leftover concealer underneath my eyes to cover my eye bags. I used to brag that, oh, I don't have eye bags. Now I can see them. I know people say focus on yourself when you have kids, blah, 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 blah. And I say that a lot, but in the reality of it, it's almost impossible. When you're in that situation, it's hard to kind of, focus on you. We're just blending out the concealer because the goal is to create an even base. Okay, so the face is looking kind of uniformed. It looks like it's one-toned. If you're someone who just wants to go out the door, this could be it for you. Maybe bronze up a little bit to add a bit of dimension. But we're not going for that today. We're going for the full option. We want an upgrade, right? So next up, I'm just going to bronze up my face. I find that cream foundation just does it for me. So now we have a bit of dimension going on, and that's too much. We're just gonna blend it up. And if you make mistakes like this, it's okay. The good thing about it is makeup is like art. you can turn trash into something that becomes a masterpiece. I'm gonna use it on my nose. So this is what the nose looks like right now. But like I said, we're gonna create a masterpiece. So usually whenever I'm done with my bronzing, I like to move on to do like my foundation, right? And one thing I like about bronzing and like correcting is that it gives me less work to do next up, right? Now I have less space to cover and I'm gonna use less product. That way you're using like 1/3 of the amount of product you would typically use. Less product, more coverage. Yay to technique. I'm going in with my blush, liquid blush, but then I usually use this as my bronzer. This is what we're looking for. This is what we look like. And with makeup, in as much as there are a lot of viral trends, the truth with makeup is that you want every step to be beautiful. So next up, I'm gonna use my concealer to brighten it up. And today we want that, yeah, you know that look that you cannot explain, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's the look I want. I don't want to be humble today and say we're not, no. I want the full option, Kelechi. Stop playing it nice. You don't need to dip in several times. Usually that one dip is enough for the entire face because these applicators usually soak on a lot of product. Next up, we're gonna blend it out, right? Going to tap, 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 tap. Come on, tap, 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 tap. Come on. I'm gonna blend it in so that way it looks beautiful. Look at this blend. Look at how like I have different dimensions, but like they all blend together compared to this side. Different dimensions, but it's obvious. So we want to blend this out. What my face is looking like, I'm still going to blend it out with my brush. The last thing that I want to do is to use a lighter concealer shade just right here. Oh, that's too much. Yeah. So okay, let this dry down a little bit. Look at this. Can you see this beautiful light that it just created? You know when a makeup is about to eat and you can feel it. I'm going to use a dry powder puff and use the shade right here. You guys already seen, I already hit pan to set and lock in. And we're gonna just press that in. Let's say the other eye. So I'm just using this powder to press on the rest of my face to set everything down. So the entire face is set and locked in. Next up, I'm going to kind of contour my nose right here and then mix it up with this one. Yeah, I like what it looks like now. The last thing I'm gonna do to my face is to use a loose setting powder. This is a translucent powder. I mixed it with a little bit of yellow setting powder, baking powder from Newbie Beauty. This one is in the shade mustard, right? So this, in as much as this is a translucent powder, it does have a tint of yellow. And that's what we look like. Let me do my eyes. I'm using my beauty blender, or whatever is left on it, and I'm just blending the concealer into my crease and also using the leftover product on my lids. It's gonna act as my base, and immediately I'm gonna set it down. And I'm also taking the powder up my brows as well, just on the areas that I applied that concealer. So I'm going to use the deepest shade right here. It's going to act as my I want to use this right here just to create depth. Do the same thing on the bottom of my lash line. I feel like even though makeup is such a beautiful process, you tend to look the ugliest when you're doing this, because the faces you make when you're applying your mascara and your eyes, and like, it's crazy. You can't do your makeup and be looking in the mirror. The two doesn't go together most times. And just to brighten my lids a little bit, using the same powder that I used to highlight my face so everything kind of looks uniform, the pressed powder, and just use this as my eyeshadow. And that's the way I like it. Maybe even take that. So I'm gonna go off camera, apply my mascara, and apply my lashes as well, and then I'll be back. So I just put on my lashes, put on some mascara, and this is what we're looking like right now. What I like to do, because of the shape of my eyes, I like to kind of push the end parts of my lashes up, so that way oh, do you see that? That way it lifts up as opposed to like falling down. Does that make sense? Because then it's gonna make my eye look smaller than it actually is. Lining my lips with a brown lip pencil. And that looks good. That's the way I like it. Next up, I want to try out this product that I just got. I haven't even unboxed it. I haven't opened it up. It's still sealed yet. It's still sealed. This is the NYX Professional Makeup. This is from NYX. It is the Buttermelt blush in the shade 02. Let me open. Oh my god, I made a mistake. Oh, what is this? Yeah, this is what it looks like, because it was, and go in with the gloss. That looks way better. So we're gonna test this out. Let me just dust off the excess powder from my face. Ooh, moment of truth. Let me just dip into this and apply. This has what's this? I think it's a reflective shimmer in it. It's making me look ashy. Oh my god, let me try and salvage this. Definitely not my tone. Let's fix this up. I'm gonna go in with another blush. This one is from Mira Cosmetics. I'm gonna use a brighter pink, obviously, and we're just going to make this more subtle because I don't want the pink to be too overwhelming. Yeah, well, that's a better look. See the difference between this and this? This is the dull look that I was going for, but I will say the shade is a bit darker than I wanted, but that's fine. We'll just kind of like brush it off. And now we look like a dolly. Okay, definitely like the shade a lot more. If you guys know any subtle pink shade that is a soft pink without shimmer, that looks good on medium brown skin, let me know. I'm gonna go back in with the setting powder that I used, just a little bit of color to just reinforce the highlight, and also blend that into the blush. This is what I had imagined. This beautiful pink look is what I wanted. Not too overwhelming, but like soft pink, Barbie doll like. I feel like what is missing now is like a pink lip. This is not a lipstick. This is a blush from e.l.f. It's pretty pigmented. So I'm just using a little bit. I'm gonna use that just on the center of my lip. Ooh, this is pretty. We're gonna spray and set the entire face. Let me use this one from Dalba. Wait, let me fix my hair. This is the brush that I used for my face. I'm just going to use whatever is left to kind of like blend it in. Okay, so I just fixed my hair and this is what we're looking like. Oh, I think what this hair is missing is a bit of layers. This is what we look like. This is the beats, this is the face, this is the process, this is the end result, and this is the masterpiece. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy the process. Hope you guys enjoy the chaos in between. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. Please do subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Till then, make sure you stay blessed and you stay creating. Bye.